Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we delve into Do What Matters Most by Steve Shallenberger and Rob Shallenberger. Published in 2021, this enlightening guide equips its readers with effective strategies for superior time management, aiming to enhance performance and maintain focus on key priorities. The authors present actionable tools, including how to craft a personal vision, set impactful annual goals, and prioritize weekly tasks. Steve Shallenberger, founder and chairman of Becoming Your Best Global Leadership, brings insights from his rich background in leadership training and his pivotal role in establishing the Stephen R. Covey Leadership Center. Co-author Rob Shallenberger, CEO of the same organization, combines his experience as an F-16 pilot and a former Secret Service agent with his expertise in leadership coaching. This book is a must-read for executives and managers aspiring to refine their leadership skills, professionals aiming to elevate their productivity, and anyone seeking a structured approach to managing their time more effectively. Join us as we explore how Do What Matters Most can help transform your daily schedule into a reflection of your true priorities. Do what matters most. Lead with a vision. Manage with a plan. Prioritize your time. Introduction. Discover the art of effective prioritization. Master your days with these transformative strategies. Struggling to keep pace with a never-ending to-do list? Working late to meet approaching deadlines and still feeling like you're just treading water? You're far from alone in this modern hustle, where managing time efficiently is as high stakes as managing a business. Fortunately, the essence of overcoming this challenge is simpler than it might seem and centers around mastering one critical skill: prioritization. In this audio series, we unravel the transformative approach to not just managing your day, but excelling in every role you play, be it an executive, a parent, or a friend. We'll guide you through a clear, accessible path to identifying what's absolutely essential and focusing your energy there. You'll discover a low-stress formula designed to spotlight life's top priorities. Find out why carving out a personal vision for each aspect of your life can lead to profound satisfaction and success, and learn to leverage a powerful weekly planning tool that makes hitting your annual targets not just possible, but expected. Through these insights, watch as your days transform from chaotic to controlled, where every task aligns seamlessly with your ultimate life goals. Join us as we step into a world where time works for you, not against you. Part 1. Steer clear of task overload by honing in on what truly counts. Picture this: a former U.S. Air Force pilot on a routine training flight suddenly faces a potential disaster. Mid-maneuver, an unexpected alarm diverts his attention to a sea of buttons and switches, just as another jet blazes across his path. The close call? A mere 100 feet. Reflecting later, both pilots confessed that the sheer number of tasks inside their own cockpits had completely absorbed their focus, making them oblivious to the outside danger. This phenomenon, known as task saturation, is not only a grave risk in aviation, but also a common trap in everyday professional life. Drawing from this nail-biting anecdote, the lesson here is crystal clear: prioritize what matters most. Chances are, even if you're not piloting a fighter jet, you've encountered your own version of cockpit overload, where overwhelming demands cloud your ability to focus on what truly needs immediate attention. According to research cited by the authors, about 68% of managers say that their foremost challenge is zeroing in on top priorities, and a staggering 80% lack a defined strategy for organizing their time. The solution offered by the authors mirrors strategies employed in the cockpit. Just as pilots must prioritize critical flight instruments, such as airspeed or altitude, to ensure their survival, you too can cut through the clutter of less urgent tasks by focusing on what is most critical. The transformative approach proposed is the Do What Matters Most method, which includes three fundamental habits: drafting a personal vision, setting specific annual objectives across all facets of life, and effectively mapping out each week in advance. The strategy begins with a deliberate pause, much like a pilot's post-flight debrief, allowing you to clearly assess and prioritize actions before plunging into execution. As we delve deeper in the following sections, understand that overcoming task saturation doesn't just mean dodging collisions. It's about achieving a high-performance life where your daily actions consistently reflect your broader goals. Part 2. Evaluate your priorities to master your personal and professional life. Amy, now a senior director at American Express, was climbing the corporate ladder at an impressive rate. With each promotion, her responsibilities grew, but so did her feelings of being overwhelmed. Despite her career success, she noticed her personal relationships, especially with her husband and daughter, were beginning to suffer. Everything changed when Amy attended a conference featuring the Do What Matters Most keynote. It was there that she realized motivation wasn't enough. She needed a re-evaluation of her priorities. The core insight from Amy's experience is this: start by assessing yourself and your current strategy for prioritizing. To genuinely transform your prioritization process, first understand where you stand. One effective method is incorporating the Do What Matters Most matrix into your daily routine. This strategy categorizes tasks into 4 clear groups based on their stress level and importance, ranging from high stress and high priority tasks to low stress and non-critical activities. Consider this practical scenario. Hastily booking a last-minute business trip would fall into the high-stress, high-priority category. While this might offer an adrenaline rush, constantly operating at this urgency leads to long-term burnout. On the other hand, organizing your trip well in advance places this task in the low-stress, high-priority category, which is ideal for maintaining productivity and decreasing stress. These categories not only help you see where your time is going, but also guide you on where it should be going. High-stress but important tasks should occupy only a quarter of your day, while the majority of your activities, about 70%, should ideally be important yet low stress. The less critical tasks should consume minimal time, ideally between 5 to 15% of your day. Reflect on how your current activities divide into these categories. This realization can be an eye-opener, revealing just how much time we inadvertently waste on low-impact tasks, and how a shift towards mindful prioritization can radically improve both work output and personal satisfaction. Part 3. Visualize your ideal self by defining your personal vision for every role you play. Imagine you're about to build your dream home. Before you even begin weighing materials or sketching layouts, there's a crucial step: envisioning your future sanctuary. How many rooms will it have? Will it include a sprawling garden, or perhaps panoramic windows with a breathtaking view? This vivid initial vision is the compass guiding every decision, from the foundations to the finishing touches. Similarly, sculpting an optimal version of yourself begins with a clear, encompassing vision. It's about painting a detailed portrait of who you aim to be across all facets of life. This blueprint, known as your personal vision, is essential in steering your choices and priorities. The central point to consider here is: get familiar with your priorities by forming a vision for each of your roles in life. To embark on creating this personal vision, set aside dedicated time for reflection, arm yourself with a pen and paper or a digital note-taking tool, and delve into some introspective questioning. What do you hope to achieve in the next 2 decades? How do you want to enhance your life or contribute to your community? Which traits in others do you most admire and wish to embody? With these reflections in mind, identify the various hats you wear daily, whether as a parent, partner, colleague, or caregiver. Among these roles, select 5 to 7 that resonate most profoundly with your aspirations. Then, for each role, craft a specific vision statement. Write these in the present tense to bring immediacy and realism to your aspirations. For instance, under the role of a manager, you might write, I am an inspiring leader who motivates my team to excel. For a personal goal like health, your vision could read, I am living an active, healthy lifestyle. Remember, a well-crafted vision should not only excite you, but also challenge you. It should stretch your capabilities and perhaps even make you slightly uncomfortable. This discomfort is a sign that your vision is pushing your boundaries, motivating you to grow and align your daily actions with your overarching goals. Through this method, you transform your priorities into a compelling roadmap towards a fulfilling, purpose-driven life. Part 4. Setting measurable and achievable annual goals to enhance your life quality. Imagine a father overwhelmed by work demands, missing yet another family dinner. Late one evening, his young son approaches him, inquiring about his hourly wage. Upon learning it's $40, the son asks for $20. Initially frustrated, the father rebuffs his son. Yet, regret soon washes over him when he hears his son sobbing. Compelled by guilt, he hands over the $20, only to discover his son had been saving up to buy one precious hour of his father's time. This poignant moment highlights a profound truth about the importance of prioritizing what truly matters. To ensure you're focusing on the right aspects of your life, setting specific, measurable, and attainable annual goals is key. Here's the central message. To elevate productivity and overall life satisfaction, it's crucial to establish annual goals that are both measurable and achievable. Earlier, we discussed forming a personal vision for each role you play in your life. The next step is to turn these visions into actionable realities through goal setting, particularly by setting milestones to achieve by the year's end. Start by listing the major roles you've previously identified, such as parent, partner, professional, or personal health advocate. For each role, craft annual goals, applying the SMART criteria: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, to ensure they are well-defined and attainable. For instance, if one of your visions is to enhance your physical fitness, transform this into a SMART goal like achieve a resting heart rate of 66 beats per minute by August 31st. Once you've mapped out these goals, keep them visible, perhaps posted above your desk or on your refrigerator door. This constant visual reminder can serve as both motivation and a check-in point, ensuring your daily actions align with your broader objectives. As we prepare to move into the practical application phase of our journey, known as the pre-weekly planning phase, it's essential to realize that these goals are not just aspirations, but blueprints. They guide the construction of a life that not only meets, but exceeds our deepest desires and needs. We'll delve more into this transformative planning process in our next section, paving the way toward making these dreams an everyday reality. Part 5. Optimize your week with the powerful pre-weekly planning method. Consider a pilot meticulously preparing for a flight, a process that can consume up to 10 hours. This pre-flight planning isn't just routine, it's crucial, encompassing everything from checking weather conditions to ensuring the aircraft's readiness. Skipping this step even once could lead to catastrophic outcomes, ranging from minor disruptions to severe emergencies. Much like a pilot's pre-flight checklist, pre-weekly planning is essential for anyone aiming to master their schedule and steer their life with intention. The essential lesson here is enhance your effectiveness and achieve your goals by adopting the pre-weekly planning tool. This method transcends the typical daily to-do lists or reminders, elevating your planning to a more strategic level. By systematically setting aside time each week to focus on what's ahead, you're preparing to turn your vision into achieved goals. Whether you prefer a digital device or good old pen and paper, the format of your planning tool is less important than the commitment to the planning process itself. Start by scheduling a regular planning slot each week. Commonly, individuals find success planning on Friday afternoon or during a quiet weekend moment. The objective is to complete this planning well before the new week begins, providing you with a clear head and a structured approach to the upcoming days. Here's how you should approach your planning session. Begin with a review of your personal vision and annual goals. Reflect on these aspirations and contemplate the steps you can take in the upcoming week to advance these objectives. Not all goals will require weekly actions. Some might be longer-term aspirations. For example, if you plan to host a networking event by October and it's currently February, your immediate weekly actions might be minimal. However, by April, actionable steps like drafting a guest list or crafting invitation emails become relevant and should be scheduled. During your planning session, assign specific times and dates for each task. This helps transform abstract goals into tangible actions, structured in a way that propels you forward each week. Embracing pre-weekly planning not only organizes your immediate tasks, but also aligns your everyday actions with your long-term objectives, ensuring that each week moves you closer to your ultimate visions and goals. Part 6. Transform your plans into action by assigning specific times to your goals. John, a long-standing senior executive at PepsiCo, participated in a workshop titled Do What Matters Most. During an exercise focused on articulating personal visions, he wrote down a simple yet profound objective under his role as a parent. Call my son. It emerged that John had not spoken to his son in 7 years following a heated argument. Urged by the authors to not just state this goal but to make it actionable, John set a specific time to reach out, 7 p.m. on Wednesday. Half a year later, at a subsequent workshop, John shared a heartening update. He had re-established contact with his son following that scheduled call, and they had since developed a thriving relationship, speaking weekly. This experience underscores a vital principle. Articulating your priorities is crucial, but the real magic happens when you schedule these actions concretely. Our core message here is straightforward. Schedule a specific time for each action item on your pre-week planning list to turn intention into reality. It's not enough to list what you want to accomplish. These goals need to be actionable, with a designated time and date. For instance, if your objective is to enhance your mentoring skills, rather than vaguely planning to mentor more, specify it in your planner. Tuesday at 2 p.m., mentorship session with Sue. This method of scheduling can substantially boost your productivity, potentially increasing it by 50 to 80% over the course of a year. Furthermore, while pre-week planning is highly effective for individuals, it's equally beneficial for teams. However, collective departmental planning doesn't negate the need for individual planning practices. If you lead a team, encourage each member to develop their personal vision, set forth annual goals, and engage in pre-weekly planning. Then, coordinate a group session, perhaps a Monday morning meeting, where everyone can align their individual plans with the team's objectives. Committing to this process and maintaining consistency are key to making these planning habits an ingrained part of your routine. As you align your daily activities with your broader goals through scheduled action items, not only will your productivity soar, but you'll also experience a significant reduction in stress, leading to a more balanced and fulfilling life. Final summary. In today's fast-paced world, understanding how to prioritize effectively is not just a skill. It's a necessity for anyone looking to enhance their productivity and achieve their goals. The essence of true productivity lies not just in doing more, but in doing more of what matters most. This series has guided you through a transformative approach to prioritizing that begins with a clear vision. To truly excel in any arena of your life, be it as a professional, parent, partner, or any other role, it's crucial to first articulate a compelling vision for each capacity. Once these visions are defined, the next step is setting concrete, actionable, annual goals. These goals act as milestones on the path towards your grand vision, providing clear targets to strive for throughout the year. But the journey doesn't end with goal setting. The real magic happens when you align your weekly actions with these longer-term objectives through meticulous pre-weekly planning. By assigning specific times to each key activity, you transform lofty ambitions into daily doable deeds. This method not only helps in maximizing productivity, but also ensures a consistent focus on your most critical priorities. Employ these strategies to master the art of focusing on what truly matters, and watch as your life aligns more closely with your ultimate aspirations. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.